Welcome, everybody, to Desert Valley Blitz Coach's Corner Edition. And on this show, we like to talk to the best and brightest football minds that we can find. And today is no exception because today we have head football coach, Mr. David Palmer. Thank you for coming in, man, and joining the show.
Hey, thanks for inviting me, guys.
Yeah, awesome, man. So on this show, we like to get, kind of coaches' backstories and how they got into the game, right? So are you a native of Coachella Valley? How did you kind of find your way out here? Is kind of the first question we have for you.
I was born and raised in Fontana, so my high school days were in Phohi, and then I came down here my 10th grade. We transplanted down here, and it's a different eye opener and being competitive, and wow, everybody's small down here.
Yeah, right.
Compared to what we were used to.
Right, exactly.
So, it was different, but roll with it, and the heat was different, but we just did my thing, and played football, played whatever sport we had at our school. We played basketball, football, baseball. So
multi-sport athlete.
Yeah, sports were my thing. I mean, I like being competitive. I was competitive. A lot of
wanted to win.
Well, yeah, I had a lot of anger, so I was from Fontana. It was hard.
Putting it in the right direction.
Get it out some way.
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
It's a tough area.
Yeah.
Especially back then.
Oh, yeah. The 80s it was rough.
Yeah, Inland Empire in the 80s, man. If you guys don't know, Google it. It was a tough time in the Inland Empire. But coming out here, Coach, where did you finally decide you were going to play ball, and what high school did you attend?
Actually, my parents had a retirement home in Salton Sea. So I ended up in West Shores High School.
Ah, okay.
And, that was a small school, and it was hard to get used to, but we had an 8-man football team.
Really? Yeah. 8-man? So you learned 8-man?
So it was like, okay.
One of my friends coached there back in the day, Jonathan Ingram.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we're back in 88 and 87.
Okay.
So, but it was easy. I mean, just run people over, and it was not as competitive as I was used to. So,
right.
What position you play?
Back then, it was an outside linebacker. I played that, and then offensively, running back.
All right.
Because I had little wheels on me at the time.
Nice.
So
score a couple touchdowns, right, here and there.
Yeah, it was kind of hard 8-man football though.
Only a couple guys to beat, right? To get to the end zone.
So it was different, but it got me out of trouble. I had to admit, if I didn't end up down there, I would probably be in Fontana. I'd be definitely in trouble.
Yeah. Somewhere, right?
Yeah. You're talking about a school that had 5,000 kids.
Oh wow, 5,000.
There was 5,000. I mean, when we literally practiced on our first summer, it was 3 levels. You had varsity that had A, B, and C team. Then you had the JV that had A, B, and C.
Oh my gosh!
And I was down in the sophomore where it was A, B, and C.
Wow!
And I only made the B part.
3 sophomore teams.
Yes.
That's why they were good back then.
That is crazy.
Yeah,
man.
it was crazy. Well, and my whole family went to that school. So my main sport though during that time was wrestling because my whole family wrestled.
Oh, okay.
So my passion was wrestling. So my wrestling coach, because I went to Alder Junior High, ended up taking over the varsity program at Phohi. So, but we only had 3 junior highs, so we all went to one high school in Fontana.
Wow.
So
I think that's changed as of now, right?
Oh, there's like 3 or 4 high schools there now.
I mean,
kind of like
5,000 people. They needed another high school, right? So. Okay, so you're in high school, West Shores, kind of getting towards the end of your career. What kind of path did life kind of take you on after that football career, the 8-man football career?
Well, at that time, graduation was coming up, and my family was all all my dad's dad, and everybody was in the military. So my dad was in the Navy, so I decided to go to the recruiter and go to the Navy. So I went to the Navy, graduated that week, and that week that we were off after graduation, my dad was down visiting, and he went home, and I ended up in Camp Pendleton to do my recruiting and get physical and get all my paperwork done and see where I was going to get shipped out at. Unfortunately, when I was there, second day, my recruiter came and got me and told me my dad died in an accident. So
that's tough, man.
Yeah, it was a shock because he was my life. I wanted to do my time and then get out and go live with him because I didn't get to see him because unfortunately I had to end up in Salton Sea. Right. My parents got a divorce, so I ended up going down there.
Yeah.
So at the time, I had the ability to get out, and I just decided to get out. So I had to go take care of all that, go to his place. My dad lived in Texas, and I spent my summers in Texas.
Okay.
Working out with schools by him in Dallas,
Wow.
in summer. And so I went there, took care of all his business, and got paid to go to college because of the accident. So I went to COD for 3 years.
Okay.
Didn't want to pursue football anymore. It's kind of like,
Yeah.
just kind of,
Into your rope.
yeah,
Yeah.
I was like, I'll just move on with life. But I still had the edge. I wanted to do something. So I went for the basketball team. I didn't cut it. It was too short.
Right.
A lot of guys were bigger than me, tall.
Yeah.
I had some friends that were really tall, were 6'6" and all that. So I wasn't gonna make it. Little white boy ain't gonna make it. So, but I still played adult basketball there, and did that forever because it was fun. I had to compete.
Yeah.
That's something that was always been in me, is competing.
Yeah.
Regardless. So I did my 3 years, got where I wanted to go, and moved on, and went career-wise, did what I wanted to do. I was a mechanic, got certified, and did some time different places, and then I opened up my own company for 19
entrepreneurship,
years.
huh?
Yeah.
So that you talk about competition, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're talking to two entrepreneurs right here. That's the most competitive
that's what
thing
gotta
you could do, man.
I mean, I got married. I had a wife, and she supported me, and we went and opened up our first shop, and then we did that for a while, and the next thing you know, we like, hey, there's another avenue. We opened up a collision shop too, so we had 2 shops going.
Wow, that's a lot, man.
I had my first kid, and I was on my second kid, and third kid came. But they were all boys, so I was just like excited. Like, when you have boys, you're just like,
Yeah.
oh,
Here we go.
here we go,
Right?
And the firstborn, you're just like dived in, unfortunately. And
Yeah.
so, that's when it all started for me.
Coming back to the sports.
Yeah, and then
With the
Coaching
boys.
those guys up.
coaching them up. So we started with flag, and you drop them off one day, and you're just like, yeah, you see the coaches out there, and they're like doing this. You're just like, really?
Yeah.
That's all you got?
We both been
Me and Josh
Yeah,
have talked
you're
about
just
this
like-
extensively. It's like,
And you're trying not to be that dad.
No, you don't
'Cause
wanna be that
we
guy.
all know those dads
Yeah.
out there.
They're trying.
Yeah, they're out there, and hey, thanks for just being out there for
Yeah.
my kid.
They're
'Cause no, you're not being
volunteers.
paid
Yeah.
to do this.
I
Thank
know.
you. And so hey, do you need help? You're like, yeah, okay, I'll go help him. And guy was really nice. I'm so sorry I don't remember his name. He was a great guy. He was good with his kid. Was on the same team. He coaches at the YMCA flag. They were the Steelers.
Yeah, they still do it there. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember Dallas was running it. That dad, the next following year, died on an accident. He
Oh, my
was
God.
killed in Cathedral City on a motorcycle by a UPS truck. If anybody remembers that.
Wow.
So his son, was upset, and so I kind of took it over and wanted to keep it together.
Right.
Like,
You step in, it's like, I'll do the right thing
yeah,
here.
we did it for 4 years. Steelers, just keeping it running
That's
for him.
awesome.
So we did that, and then my son started going to the middle school, and he was doing flag, and then I had my other son in flag, and I was doing him, and my little one started doing flag for the little ones, and it's like, okay, well, now we got to start. It's getting more invested. And now we're like, okay, well, we got to evolve, do things
Right.
different. And then my son went to Shadow. Well, no, I'm sorry. Let me scoot back. He didn't go to Shadow. We went to Little Knights.
Okay.
So he's in Little Knights.
Started to play tackle.
Yeah, he's starting to play tackle. He was too big to play on the middle league, the junior midgets.
So he had to move up.
So we moved him up. He wasn't big enough yet, but he had to go there. So he went there, and there was only one coach, and he needed help. And I'm like, I can help. I can do whatever you want me to do.
All right.
It's like, do the DBs. And I'm like, excellent.
Okay.
So, and that's when I had Shipley,
Yeah.
my kid, Hunter,
So you had some dudes.
we had some dudes. So,
Make you a much better coach.
yeah. So we're like, great coaching. And, that's when I met Shipley. Shipley would come over and talk to the guys and, do those things. And so, we had a great year, and then we moved on, and they went to the high school, and my middle kid came up, and I got to coach in the little peewees for Mike Hall. He needed an O-line coach, which was like something I wanted to try because, he does a lot of passing. And my favorite thing was I hated teams that pass. It's so hard to defend.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, cool. I want to learn more about that, even at this level, it's okay. So, go there and I coached the linemen and, hey, we're going to be a passing team. So what about if we do a pass set? Instead of being a 3-point, let's put them in, 2-point. It worked great. We went to Florida to nationals.
Oh, you got to the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
huh?
we won our
That's
ring,
cool,
and then we
man.
went to the Super Bowl, and we got smack, but hey, it's an
I
experience.
mean,
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
got
those
there,
Florida
man.
kids are just that's a whole nother
That's the
ball
South.
game.
That's the South, man. It's
Yeah,
different down
but
there, man.
it's a great experience.
That's awesome, man.
But what I like about it was you got all these kids playing, and then you see them go to different high schools,
Mm-hmm.
the Howards and all them during our time, and it's like God, you get to experience how good these kids are.
Right.
Then you see them across the field, and it's like, hey, it's cool.
Yeah.
I was there when you were little.
I feel like you have a little part of that, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a cool little experience.
Yeah.
So we go from the coaching the Pee-wees. How's we progress into high school? Because you're at the top level of high school now. I mean, it hasn't been that long.
No.
So how does that progression how does that journey go for you?
Well, my last year at the Little Knights, I did the midgets, and that's before you go right into high
Right
school.
before high school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we had a good success on doing that.
Mm-hmm.
And offense-wise, but defensively, we were pretty good because I was stacking them, and we were doing different things because I'm an odd front guy. Something about the odd front.
3-4?
Nose
Yeah.
guard.
Oh, I love the 3-4.
Well, at that
man.
time, we were doing a 4-4 stack,
yeah.
and we were
Okay.
playing against Brawley and all them.
Yeah.
And we had success. So I guess Escobar or somebody noticed me and asked me if I'd go to the freshman level and help out and call defense on freshmen. I'm like, gone.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. I got kids coming there anyway.
Mhm.
Right.
So we did that, and I did 1 year with Shipley, and got to learn some things from everybody, and then school was in transition with a lot of people, so I just kept doing my own thing involving. Everybody was moving around, and Escobar became head coach, and then I got to become the JV head coach, and then we did our thing. Then COVID hit and kind of destroyed everything for
Yeah,
us.
it was a horrible
Yeah.
time, man.
Yeah.
Horrible time.
But at the time, Will Martin, I don't know if you guys ever heard
Great
of him.
coach.
Yeah.
Great
Yeah.
coach.
I know that guy. He's
He
a great
came.
coach, man.
He was.
He's a great coach.
Escobar got him for the defensive coordinator for varsity.
Mhm.
Yeah. Looking to upgrade your home? Tile Designs by Fina is your one-stop destination for beautiful flooring, hard surfaces, and countertops. From timeless design, modern styles, they've got the perfect look for every room. Stop by today and transform your space with Tile Designs by Fina. Let's design together. Tired of payroll headaches? iPay Solutions is your local payroll and HR partner right here in the Coachella Valley. From direct deposits to compliance, we handle the details so you can focus on growing your business. iPay Solutions, local, reliable, and built for your success.
Got dirty carpets, tile, or furniture? Trust the Carpet and Tile Care Company, your family-run experts. We bring sparkle back to your home with top-notch cleaning services, reliable, affordable, and eco-friendly. Call us today. We can be reached at carpetcare.co. Phone number 760-773-5882.
So I was with him doing the linebackers for varsity. And that was a learning experience because if you know anything about him, he came from New Mexico State. That's where he came from.
He's a college level coordinator,
Yes.
coach in high school, basically.
Yeah.
Yes, and
That's
you
what
can
it
learn
is.
so much from that guy.
Absolutely, man.
Great defensive. And, I learned a lot from him, picked everything up. And I took some twists on everything because he's a bend, don't break kind of guy. And me, I'm
Gonna be
going
aggressive.
I'm going to pressure.
Yeah.
And I'm going to keep an umbrella over the top of me.
Right.
Yeah.
That's my protection.
Yeah.
So I twisted it my way, and then everybody left, and then the next thing I got DC for Escobar, and then I became the head coach for this is my third year now. Been there 9 years. This will be my third year as head coach.
Wow. So it's just been success, right? I mean, that's ultimately been your career path, right? Every level you've kind of succeeded and moved up.
Yeah,
and got the call,
you have to invest, but it takes. You don't know everything,
Mhm.
and you got to find people that know more than you.
Yeah.
And I try to teach that to the kids too. It's like if you don't know, you got to find out from somebody.
Mhm.
You can learn something from anybody. So just learn, pick up, take something from somebody. I mean, I learned a lot from Escobar. I learned a lot from Martin. I learned a lot from Shipley. I learned a lot from my days. We actually had a couple other good coaches at our school, and I picked some stuff off of them. Coach Black. So you just take tad bits and you just
Yeah.
Here and there. Yeah.
inject it,
Yeah.
and
Put little pieces in your pocket.
Yeah.
Yep.
yeah, and you
Love
see
that.
things that don't work,
Mm-hmm.
and then you're like, okay, we need to change things like that, and not do stuff like that.
Or you get to try some things that you want, and then dang, it didn't work, and then go
Yeah,
back. Yeah.
you're like, oh, well, that didn't work. Oh,
Yeah.
We'll try that
I've been
again.
there. Trust me. Yeah.
Play,
Get a little
bye.
we're getting a little too
We'll
experimental.
never do that one again. That just left me wide open.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah,
But
but
it's fun to try that stuff that you envisioned. So.
yeah, you want to do something that that kids like.
Mhm.
And if you're not doing something that kids don't, they like, you have them. If you're doing stuff kids don't like, you start losing kids.
Yeah,
You lose their attention, and
especially these days, man. It seems like attention spans are getting shorter and shorter on players, man.
It's just getting
hard.
Yeah,
it's getting harder.
You got to find a way to reach the kids. That each kid has to be reached differently. You just got to figure out how can I reach you?
Yeah,
or maybe I got someone that can reach you.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'm too out of it. Maybe this person, coach, can reach you.
Yeah.
Or you just got to find people, and you got to surround yourself with good people too.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
You can't do it all yourself.
You can't do it all yourself.
Absolutely.
There's nobody that can do it all himself. You have to surround yourself with great people.
Yeah.
So
well, you've done a good job of building out that staff. I know when you kind of took over, it was kind of all over the place when you had to come in and clean up some things when you got there.
we had some stuff, and the biggest thing when I took over is I wanted to get the ball in the air. Because as a defensive coordinator, you're like, what am I scared of? Throwing the ball on me.
Right.
Especially if you got choice routes.
Right.
You got to teach these young kids how to defend zones and choice routes.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, okay, well, you got to find ways that are different. And I saw success at CV. I mean, Coach Davis is a great guy. He knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
I mean, and so I was like, well, hey, the run and shoot works. Let's get that. At least if we're in spread the first year, I can get the ball in the air and we can work from there.
Mm-hmm.
And then we just twisted it and got people that actually knew how to run the stuff. And
takes time.
Yeah, it takes time.
Yeah.
And then last year we're like, okay, it took a little bit. Armando Diaz, I mean, he is a good guy. He knows what he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
He's still green, but he's good.
Good product on the field.
Yep. And then we got Coach Canella back out of retirement, and he knows how to coach an O-line.
Yeah.
And, I've been trying to fight for that guy for a long time to get him on, and we got him. And, we still got some good guys on our staff. I mean, we got a lot of coaches that had experience at the upper level of college. And, when you finally get, like last year, we finally got that group, and then you see the kids just, and when they do things they like run and explode, and everything's explosive and fast and thinking thing, and it starts working. Then you build out this year where we can throw the ball, we can get points scored.
Yeah, for sure.
We just,
and we see it. I mean, because when you took over, Shadow Hills was known for that Will Martin defense. Defense. And you kind of are a defensive guy, so you fit that mold, and, your hiring kind of enforced that. But now, I think if you talk to people that in the know have seen you guys play, that offense is explosive now. I mean, I don't think I've seen a Shadow Hills offense that can put points on the board that quick.
No, we broke records actually last year. I mean, we had Pedro the first year when we ran it, and his arm was a little bit weak, but he can extend a play. He wasn't scared. He was very smart. That kid made plays.
Yeah,
I mean,
great plays.
So it worked for us.
Right.
He did a great job. Got the door open for the school.
Right.
We broke records, and then this year, Jesse he already broke school records in the passing just into Indio game, I think it was, and
kid was throwing the ball. I was at as an Indio grad. Unfortunately, I was at that game, but you guys have definitely changed your look as a football team in the last couple of years.
I think they're still good on defense. I mean,
well, last year I was focused on offense.
Yeah,
I totally kind of gave up defense to my other coach.
Who does your safeties? Because every year I love the way your guys' safety plays. I don't care who's playing the safety spot. So I think whoever's coaching that up is doing such a good job, because that safety he stays back when he needs to. On run, he's making plays at the line of scrimmage. Every year, though, it's not just one kid.
I got Egypt coach. We call him Coach E. He is definitely
shout out to him, man. He's doing a good job.
But Coach Red got it started for us last year. Good coach. He's got little ones too, so he had to took a lot of time last year.
Take a step back.
So those two got him going. Coach E was on the receiver side working with them, but now he's doing both this year for us.
Okay.
And he used to coach at COD for the DBs.
Okay, so he knows how to.
He still plays. He actually is on the travel team for the team that plays behind you guys.
Oh, okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he traveled. He's just got done playing. He was in Texas and all stuff playing ball still.
He's a young guy still.
He's
spry.
29. He's still trying.
Getting up there.
But he knows, and we introduced to and that goes back to evolving, that's a whole nother subject. We, if you don't evolve your defense, because I'm an odd front, so we started with a 3-4. We did that when we started the year after COVID, when I was like, hey, Martin, we were a 4-2 during COVID. I'm like, hey, we don't have the dudes.
Yeah.
Let's go 3-4. He's like, can they do it? And I'm like, we should be able to do it. He's like, I love 3-4. I'm like, 3-4? He's like, yeah, I do love it. Coach, go to town on 3-4, please. Show me everything. And he did, and we went 3-4. And I started seeing everybody adjusting to the 3-4
Yeah.
after,
Yeah.
after 3 years.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay,
Game of adjustments.
when you look at the game, I'm like, okay, what's everybody running? Everybody's running an RPO, spread, option, everything. I'm like, well, a 3-5 beats that. 3-4 is a 3-5. Depends how you look.
Yeah.
And that's why I like about
Totally
up
is.
front. I can be anybody.
Exactly.
And it's like I tell the kids, you can be a 5-2. We could be a 3-5.
You can be a 50 in a
We could
run
be,
heavy set.
we could be a 3-5-3.
Yeah.
And then against this game, we learned how to do a 3-3-5. And I'm like, hey, 5 safeties over top. We got an extra guy in the
They were
box.
stacked up a little bit,
Yep.
a little close. And
Yeah, we were in a 3-3-5.
You
And we're
can
just
tap
It's
like,
like a
Tell 'em
moving
which gap
amoeba,
they wanna
right?
go.
Just
the extra guy on the top
Yeah.
comes down and he's
messes with blocking schemes too. Yeah.
and that's the thing with us is like, that's my favorite thing. It's my blitzes are never coming from the same direction.
Mm.
I'll never blitz you from the same direction. I've got like 100 blitzes
Yeah.
in my pocket. For
You guys
any
do a good
play.
job of blitzing for depth too. Sometimes you don't
Yeah.
show it and you just blitz for depth and go.
I got safeties blitzing.
Yeah.
I got a Steeler blitz. I got an outside free safety blitz. Got
Yeah.
a cat. Everybody's got a cat, but we just we do a double cat sometimes.
Wow.
But I mean, you just gotta, if you're being read, you gotta get read in that read.
Yeah.
I don't have to beat the coach. I gotta beat the kid on the field.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
the only thing I worry about.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
love that. I love that.
True that, man. Well,
So-
speaking of coaching, what would you tell somebody, a young cat getting into the game, thinking about maybe making this a career, trying to get to the highest levels like you? What advice would you give somebody coming into this game?
Be patient. First thing, it gets there, and you definitely be a student of the game. You have to be a student of the game. You can't stop being a student of the game. You can't think you know everything. Even at my age, I'm like, hey, there's got to be, in which way I did this week. We learned how to be a 3-3-5, but be a sponge. Learn from everybody and anybody around you. I mean, someone has something to offer in life. That's why I tell the kids, you're going to learn something from somebody every day. You just have to be a sponge and, study the game. Study, don't be just like, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to master it. And the game evolves.
Mm-hmm.
You have to evolve with it. Offenses change. People try new things. You have to figure out a way to stop it. So just study the game. We're never inventing anything new.
No.
We're stealing things from somebody.
Taking pieces of everything, right?
And then if you think you created something new, I bet you if you go back 30 years, someone already did it.
Yeah.
I mean,
for
there's a lot of
sure.
great minds out there.
We're not reinventing the wheel out here.
So, study, get involved at the lower level, be patient because it's not easy. Because, everybody's like, I want to make some money. It's not about money, guys.
No.
If you think it's about money, you're in the wrong game.
Exactly. You're losing.
If you're a
money.
teacher and you're coaching, you got some money.
Yeah.
If you're just coaching and you're stipend teacher, coach, you're
losing money
you're
going
losing.
out there.
Yeah.
It's more about kids and giving them something to be proud of and like, hey, I'm excited about this. So you're there for them first. So be there for them. It's got its high moments. It's got its low moments. You got to roll with it. You're not going to win every game.
Yeah.
It takes time to change things. My principal's pretty good at that too. He says, hey, you can't change a program in 2 years. It takes 3 years.
Mm.
I'm like, do it in 1.
Yeah.
Now you push my button. I'm going to do this in 1. Now I got something to go for. But learn. Study.
Yeah.
There is not a night that, okay, I'm looking at someone's film and I'm like, someone's got something for this. I know someone did something for this at some college level or something. And I'll start going through the internet like, hey, what's that? Oh, that's a different type of split field coverage. And, you're adding more to the box. And there's something always, there's an answer to solve a problem.
Exactly.
You have to find the answer.
Yeah.
So don't just think that, I'm going to run a 4-2-5 and I'll just shift. And no, there's always more answers. Don't be scared to change things.
Yeah.
Don't be scared to, you may fail, but come back at it. Keep trying because, and once you get skilled enough, then people notice and then someone will bring you up. It's never going to be like, I'm going to go straight to varsity.
Yeah.
It doesn't work like that,
No.
guys. You got to work your way up. You got to prove to yourself, hey, you do with the freshmen and
Mhm.
the freshmen love you and the freshmen are enjoying you and you're putting stops down or you're scoring,
Mm-hmm.
someone's going to notice and you're going to start moving up.
Yeah.
or someone's going to notice another school and grab
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
One of the two, because
Exactly,
we do that too. I mean, hell, you're doing good
Exactly.
over there. Why'd you come over here?
Right. Exactly.
So, yeah, if you got a good coach, you want to keep them.
Yeah.
But it's work. It's there's no money in it. Sometimes there's not even a thank you or anything.
Yeah.
Right.
You can't be right with the parents sometimes.
I know.
So
They're the
you
toughest.
know,
Yeah.
they don't understand sometimes. When you get to the varsity level, parents just don't understand. This is varsity.
Yeah. It's a business.
It's a business.
No.
I mean, the best guy gets the job.
Exactly.
It's
a business.
And unfortunately, sometimes when your kid isn't, and we try to do our best, and the kid's getting bad grades or something, hey, dude, you're not playing this game. You got to do your part. If you're not doing your part, I don't need you. I don't need you with a bad attitude. I don't need you with a negative attitude, because that's just cancer.
Right.
Yeah.
And we've had that before at Shadow. We had a lot of cancer, and we had to eliminate that.
You got to cut it out, right?
Cut it out. You got to get
Otherwise
rid of it because it spreads.
Yeah.
That's exactly.
And we've tried to make a big difference on that, and our principal says we made a change in that, and I'm glad he sees it, and it's ongoing. Boys are boys, man.
I know.
I mean, come on.
Yeah.
You can't. We want the fire in the dog, but you just can't take that out of the dog. I mean, come on,
Right? You don't want to totally neuter the dog.
Especially we're a little small school. We got to go big toes with some big guys, and we got to
Yeah.
get fire out of little guys.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Well, you're doing a good job, Coach. I think, people see around the valley the change in your program, and it's pretty evident that, you at the helm is a big reason for it. So thanks for coming in and talking to us, man. You're a great knowledge of wealth, and we'd like to talk to you again in the future,
no problem.
man.
I appreciate being here, and it's all about the kids again.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
That's what we're here for, man.
Yeah.
So thanks for coming in,
All
Coach.
right, thanks, guys.
All right.
All right.
So if you guys found some value in that, you guys know the routine. Like, subscribe, and follow, and we'll see you next time on Desert Valley Blitz.